For similar money as a small family hatchback, the Volvo C30 gives you a premium badge and coupe-like looks. With its angular lights, sloping roof and distinctive rear, few cars are as daring in the style stakes as this. There's a touch of the grand designs about the cabin too. For instance, the sloping dash and Volvo's trademark floating centre console, they're all very distinctive. Thankfully, function hasn't been sacrificed in the interest of form because it's very easy to find your ideal driving position. There's lots of adjustment in the driver's seat and in the steering wheel. You get lots of standard kit as well, for instance climate control and auxiliary input for the stereo so you can listen to your iPod. Comes as standard on every single car. Of course, being a Volvo as well, everything feels very well built. On the move, all the C30's controls have a nice solid feel to them like you'd expect from a premium brand car. As for engines, well, there's lots to choose from, but my pick is the 1.6 litre diesel Drive-E because it's fairly punchy, yet it will do 74 miles per gallon. And this, plus the fact the car is very comfortable at higher speeds, means it's great for going up and down the motorway. This Volvo also performs well on a twisty road. I mean, there's loads of grip and virtually no body roll at all when you go around corners, and the steering, it's sharp and responsive. That said, I don't think there's much in the way of feel and feedback, and as a result, this car isn't quite as much fun to drive as a BMW 1 Series or a Ford Focus for that matter, and that brings me on to the downsides. And one is the fact that the suspension does feel a bit on the firm side, and as a result, at lower speeds, it tends to kind of bump and bounce over imperfections in the road. However, the C30's biggest problem is a lack of practicality. For starters, it's only available as a 3-door, and there are only, well, 2 seats here in the back. Plus it feels a bit pokey. I mean, knee room is really tight and the headroom isn't great either. Basically, it's a lot more spacious in the back of a VW Golf. And then there's the boot. For starters, it's not particularly large. It's a bit of an awkward shape and the small opening can be a bit of a pain, but not as much as this fiddly partial shelf, which is as hard to put up as a tent. But you might be willing to overlook these shortcomings if you want a car with a premium badge, distinctive looks, and a very reasonable price tag.